Toilet-Bound Hanako-Kun is one of my favorite shows ever. It sneaks its way into my top 3 right after Fruits Basket and Spy Family, which are also amazing shows. Go check them out. If you clicked on this video without knowing what Toilet-Bound Hanako-Kun is, here's a rough explanation. Basically, there's this ghost called the Bathroom Ghost. I know it sounds really weird, but just bear with me. He is the 7th of the School Wonders, which are basically ghosts in a school. He has the ability to grant any wish for a price. So he meets Yashiro, who, just to cut stuff short, ends up having to make a wish. And her price is to be his assistant. They end up becoming friends, and it's revealed that Hanako does not have a great past. He has a really dark past. Despite Yashiro knowing about this, she chooses to stay friends with him. And it's honestly really cute. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that this story, I feel like, has something for everyone. It has comedy, it has angst, it has romance. I just feel like that there's a little something for everyone. And that's not even mentioning the amazing art style. Like, I love the art style. It is so detailed, it is so pretty, it is just amazing. You can take a picture of almost anything in this anime and use it as a background. Like, it is beautiful and it's adorable, and I love it. The only complaint that I have with this show is that there are a few inappropriate moments that do make me a bit uncomfortable, but it's not as bad as other animes that I have seen, so, you know, just take that with a grain of salt, and don't watch it around kids unless you know where to skip. I first watched this series in 2020, which is the year that it came out, and it's been almost 3 years since then, and I just recently rewatched it, and I never realized just how much I like the show. Like, I knew that I liked it, but now I know that I love it. And I don't know how I didn't realize that sooner. Like, this show is so good. It is so good. And now that I've got a refresher on it, I'm gonna be reviewing it. Anyways, with all of that being said, the following will have spoilers for Toilet-Bound Hanako-Kun. But only for season 1 of the anime, because I have not read the manga, and that's all that's available for the anime at the moment. I do request you please will not spoil me, and that you do not spoil yourself. So if you have not watched it, please click off and go enjoy it, because it is so good, and you do not want spoilers for it. Also, do not go on Google. If you end up loving it and want a profile picture, you wait till you finish it, or you are gonna get spoilers. That annoys me so bad whenever people don't listen to me about that, because you will get spoilers and it's gonna suck. Anyways, let's begin.
Have you heard? If you're suffering from a yosei attack, carry some candy with you. The candy will distract the yosei, and it will forget all about stealing your belongings. However, if yosei eats too much candy, it'll turn into a piece of candy itself. Although this sounds harmless, it is extremely dangerous. If you eat the wrong piece of candy, you'll turn into one yourself, forever trapped as you get eaten alive by yosei. Some of these yosei, or also known as Mokke, are available on Moshimaku's Etsy shop.
I've been working on this video for a while. This is the first video on the channel, and I am just now, a few months later, getting around to the actual meat of the video. I decided that for this channel I'm not gonna have anything scripted. For this one in particular, I don't even have any notes. So I'm literally just gonna go off my memory and just talk about stuff that I like about the show, not in order at all. So the first thing that I really like about this show is one specific scene. It is the last episode that we have right now, and it's the scene where Hanako just comes up to Yashiro while she's in school, and nobody else can see him because he's a ghost. And he is literally just playing with her hair and everything. I love that scene because 1, it literally shows the ship. 2, it is like the cutest thing ever. It is adorable. I was fangirling so hard. I love it. It's like my favorite scene. I love it so much. And not only that, like this series, you can literally take a screenshot, and I know you can use it as like a background, but profile pictures of even the characters. Like, you can just take a picture of pretty much any scene in the anime, and you can use it as a profile picture. Like, that's how good it is. Animation-wise, it's really good. And I really love the Mokke, obviously. I think that they're absolutely adorable and they're so cute and I love them so much. I cannot wait for the next season to finally come out. I don't know when it's coming out, but I cannot wait for the next season because I really want to learn more about Hanako and his past. I really like the scene whenever Tsukasa shows up for the first time and Hanako is just terrified and like you can tell it's really difficult, and I really like that scene. It's a really good scene. I'm someone that really likes the sad stuff in shows, so that scene I was fangirling. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And cool it was. It's very cool. Also the scene right after he meets Tsukasa again, when he is like having a breakdown and he basically jumps on Yashiro, which is terrified because she just found out that he killed someone. So she's literally terrified. I also love that scene. And I love that despite that, somehow they're still friends. Like, I mean, that's absolutely terrifying. Are you freaking kidding me? Absolutely not. But I just think it's really cute. I don't... Since it's a fake show, I think it's really cute. But I think it's just really cool, like, the angst and everything, because I really like the angst. I really like the angst. I just think that it's super cool. Super cool. And I like how elaborate and developed these characters are. I feel bad for Yashiro. She was terrified. And I can't blame her at all. I'm honestly shocked that she's still friends with him. But I'm happy for the sake of the story. And because it seems like the way that this is gonna go is that Hanako probably killed in self-defense. Because he's not portrayed as a bad guy, but Tsukasa is. So it really confuses you. Because we don't know enough yet to know what's gonna happen. I haven't read the manga, and I don't plan to. I like to watch the anime first, and then maybe read the manga later. But we don't know enough yet to determine who's the bad guy and who's the good guy. So, I don't know. I just think it's going to be really heavy and really cool whenever that finally comes out. I mean, Hanako's got to be at least somewhat a bad guy, though, because murder's never right. But I just have a feeling that it was in self-defense or something, so I feel like he's gonna continue to be betrayed as the good guy. Or there could be a huge 360 and he's been the bad guy all along. I don't know. I haven't really gotten many spoilers on this series, and I hope to not get any more. But I think I've heard about Tsukasa, like, abusing him. But then I've also heard that he didn't do anything. And I've also heard that they're both in the wrong, which also sounds like something that could definitely happen. All I know is that where we're at in the anime now is he's trying to better himself. Like, that's a deliberate thing. He's trying to better himself. And I think he's just really happy to have a friend. So I don't know, maybe he was a horrible person and he's becoming a better one because he feels bad about his actions. I don't know, because I know that in the anime he asked for forgiveness and is working to better himself so that he can, you know. There's one episode where they go through the door. Yashiro goes through some doors. And somehow she ends up at the old school, which is in Hanako's past. So I'm genuinely wondering, does he remember meeting her? Or what? Like, does he remember meeting her for like 2 seconds? I'm genuinely very confused by that. I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. It's just gonna take forever. But I'm very confused by that. Like, does he remember meeting her? Like, is that from the past? Does he not remember? Is that an alternate timeline? Like, I'm very confused by it. But I think it's very interesting. And I also think that it's very interesting that he quite literally likes Yashiro. Like, I don't think he fully realizes it yet, but there's no way he doesn't like her. And it's very obvious, and I think that it's really cute and sweet, and I'm really excited to see how that's gonna play out, especially since one is still living and one isn't. I think that'll be very interesting. I'm also wondering if it'll be like a corpse bride scenario where the other one's like, oh, I'm gonna die so I can be with you. I don't know, because in the very last episode, Yashiro wanted to be an apparition so she could learn more about Hanako. She literally said that, and I was shocked. It's bittersweet because it's like, oh, that's really sweet. But why would you do that? Why would you do all that? And it's sad too because Hanako wants to be alive, but he can't. So I think that I think it makes him sad. He's like, you have something I want, but you don't want it. It's also quite obvious that Ko likes Yashiro. See, I don't really ship them together because I don't think it'd be super fun for the story because one, they'd be too good of a match, but two, I just feel like it'd be kind of boring and not good for the story overall. Like, I wouldn't be happy if they got together, but I wouldn't be too upset either. But I'm rooting for Hanako and Yashiro, which I'm pretty sure is what's going to happen. I feel like it's like set in stone. Although I would not be surprised if Ko says, I like you! And Yashiro's desperate's like, oh, well, I don't want to hurt your feelings. You're my friend and I want a boyfriend, so I like you! But then I feel like she also wouldn't want to lie to him since, I mean, they are friends and she wouldn't want to ruin that. I don't know. It's I'm very curious to see how everything's going to pan out eventually. I think it will be super cool. Because I could see Yashiro dating Ko, but I could also totally see her turning him down. I could see her turning him down as like character development, like her finally realizing she loves Hanako. And character development wise, she's not trying to just get anyone anymore. She's not desperate anymore. So she turns him down. But I could also see it leading up to character development where she gets with him but later realizes that she's not happy and just getting with anyone isn't gonna work. I could see that going both ways, and I think it would be super interesting either way, but I would feel so bad for Ko because I do really like him. So that would be very, very sad. Oh my gosh, I just totally remembered that the camera dude, why can I not remember his name? It starts with an M. I can't remember his name at the moment, but camera guy, they were like best friends for like a day. Because Ko forgot who he was because he changed so much. And even before then, they weren't really friends, kind of just acquaintances. Acquaintances. But they were like best buds. And then just completely forgot about him because of Tsukasa. So I wonder if somehow his memory is gonna come back. I don't think that's gonna happen though. I think that he's just not gonna remember, and Ko's just gonna have to re-become friends with him. But at this point, like, he's the same person to an extent. He's only half of himself, if I remember correctly. Like, I think he has the same personality, but he's missing his memories and his human life and even a bit of his morals. Because, like, he doesn't remember why he wanted to be alive or anything. So he's not really the same person. Like, I bet he doesn't even remember cameras and stuff. He just has his same personality. That's about it. Not really the same person, though. I don't know. I don't know how Ko's gonna handle that other than what he already did or how he already did. But I have a feeling that he's gonna try to get Camera Dude back. And it's either going to half work or not work at all. And I think that that will be super interesting to see as well. But that'd be so sad. Especially since I know a lot of people ship them together. Personally, they didn't interact enough for me to ship them together. Especially since I know Ko likes Yashiro. But if they interacted a bit more, I could see it working and I could see it being sweet. So you know how most animes get a movie adaptation eventually? Well, I think that it would be super cool if Toilet-Bound got one of those. I have no idea how the story or whatever would happen, but I just know that it would be super cool. Super cool. Because I love movies and I love just movie adaptations. I especially love whenever there's a movie, but it is like a different alternate timeline or something. So it's not canon, but you still get to see like a fan fiction thing. It's like adorable. I love those. What comes to mind right now is Miraculous Ladybug Awakening, which has not come out yet, but it's basically like how that's gonna be. I don't think I've seen a lot of movies set up like that though, now that I think about it. But I know I'd love it. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Man, I can't think of anything else to say. Well, I don't know what else to say about the series itself, but I recently got a book from Books A Million, and it was a Toilet-Bound Hanako, like, art book, like, just with artwork. And don't get mad at me, I cut up all the pages, like I cut all the pages out and I hung them all over my room because I thought it would be a great idea. Like, who's really going to open a book and just look at it? So I decided to hang it up all over my room. And I love it! I love it. I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all, actually. And I've used almost all the pages. I mean, they are double-sided, so I had to kind of choose which one I liked more. But I don't regret it at all because I really like how it turned out. And although I've only got like 2 hung up right now, all of them are in like perfect condition and I cannot wait to hang up the rest of them. I am literally so excited. I'm just waiting till I get some bigger posters so I can like hang them around those, and I'm really excited about that. I've done a little bit of redecorating. Not that you guys have seen my room or will see my room, but I'm just excited about that and wanted to share. I also really love the confession tree episode. Oh my gosh, that is such a good episode. And I love how Yashiro was like freaking out, like, he's not my type. Like, he's not my type. But, like, whenever he confessed, she was excited. And I know it's because she's desperate, but also I think that there's an underlying tone of she does like him. She just hasn't realized it yet. And it was really, really sweet, but so sad whenever she started crying and he was like joking around. But then he felt horrible. And I think it was so sweet how he comforted her. And like he was vulnerable with her. Like he even took off his hat and everything. Which doesn't seem like it'd be a big deal, but it was. And I just think that it was really, really sweet. And I think that that was the episode that made Yashiro... No, that was the episode that made Yashiro realize she wanted to learn more about him. And I think that that's super sweet and super cute. And the next thing is that she loves him. That's literally the next step. And I also love the episode where they made donuts together. Not Hanako and Yashiro. Ko and Yashiro. For Hanako. Kind of, I'm pretty sure it was for Ko. But then last minute he's like, these are for Hanako. I don't really know about that one. I don't know if he made them for Hanako originally or if he just made them for himself. I know that he definitely wanted to hang out with Yashiro. That's obvious. But I don't know if the donuts were originally supposed to be for Hanako or not, or if they just were after Yashiro was talking about Hanako. I don't know. I also like how Ko calls him a potty pal. Oh, also, Yashiro's friend Aoi? I feel like she's going to be very important eventually. Because for whatever reason, she's always the one that like tells Yashiro what's up. And I feel like eventually she's gonna get involved with like the apparitions and everything. And I feel like she's going to actually know what's up. Like she's gonna be involved. I think that might happen. And I don't know, this just came to mind right now. Because I haven't even thought about Aoi. But I just thought that what if like Sakura and Tsukasa and the other dude like take Aoi or something and then Aoi ends up staying or something? I don't know. But I do definitely feel like she's gonna get involved. And I do kind of feel like it's gonna be Sakura and them's fault as to how she gets involved. Like a kidnapping situation or something. But who knows if she'd stay or if she'd join or whatever. This is gonna take forever to edit. I don't know what else to say. So I think that that's gonna be the end of this video. I'm sure I'll have more to say eventually, but I feel pretty happy with what I have talked about in this video. And I just hope that you guys found it pretty entertaining. This is my first video in a style like this. So, hope that you guys liked it, and I hope I'll improve. Thank you if you did make it this far. I genuinely do appreciate it.